know, I mean, I'm not looking for war and peace in here. I am looking for some examples of where it's made a difference. That's the point. Right? So, analyse. What was the second one? Theories. The third one was about reflective writing. So make sure that these accounts are reflective. Okay, now I put an example of reflective writing onto Moodle. Just, it might be helpful. It's a bit late in the day now, but it might be helpful. And it's a bigger piece of reflective writing than against the specific thing. So have a read at it. You might learn something from it. But just to kind of, if I can find it, we did a... no, it's not that. That's what it is. I think I may have given it out to you last time, but if I didn't... This is a handout that you've given to the people on the Masters programme, and I think, you know, it will, I think I'm going to use this for Babe in the future. I only really discovered it about a month ago. So, a structure for reflective writing, 3 levels: brief description, interpretation, outcome. Right, and I'll put that up on the side. In fact, I'll put that up on one of the in the common. So you'll find that handout there, if you need it. I actually don't think the rest of you do, but it's there if you need it, if you want it. This is awkward. Okay. Okay, so take those 3 things on board when you're completing that piece of work, because they're important. And the 4th thing is, as I said, keep asking the question, so what, until you get to the answer. If you can ask the question, so what, you haven't answered properly. Right. Any other questions, comments, suggestions?
So just finalise, sorry.
Sorry, Jim. Just an observation, really.
Yep.
There seems to be an awful lot that actually doesn't get marked, that may be useful for other aspects or for you as an individual personally, that doesn't actually get marked. So I suppose an obvious question is, why do all of the others? I know it's prescribed, so you will do it, but I mean, what was the reason behind it from the university's standpoint to put all of these extras in, if that's the part that gets marked?
Without them, you'd have to fail you.
No, I get
No, that's the reason. Without them, we'd have to fail you, because the evidence wouldn't be there that you've done the learning. I could, as I've done, I've given at least 3 examples of fictitious learning outcomes. You know.
Yeah, but that's in there, isn't it, as well, in a sense. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. That's not. It's just an observation. Is it going through, and out of the 10 parts that you said at the outset, it's actually only that one that gets a mark?
No, it's not. It's that one that I'm marking, but the rest of it is there because it's in support of the work that you've done. So the evidence is in support of the work you've done. The reflective diaries is actually the vehicle through which you've learned, right? So without those reflective diaries, there's absolutely no guarantee that you would have learned from the process. In fact, there's pretty much a guarantee that you wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
The learning plans have already been marked, so that bit's done. The project was the vehicle through which you applied your learning, and therefore that provides demonstration of evidence of the, if you will, the learning activity that's happened. So without it, there's no evidence that you have done the learning. The academic structure for it is necessary because without that it makes the thing impossible to read because it's too big, and it's very good. It's good academic discipline anyway. The introduction is good academic discipline, so therefore the only bits in there that I haven't mentioned that are not therefore 100% necessarily impact on the final comments.
Okay, so actually it's not quite that's the only section which is being marked, which is how I understood it when you said it earlier. In fact, all of it gets brought into the overall marking scheme.
Yeah.
All right, well that's slightly different to what I understood.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, what I was trying to say to you is if you go, the new work that gets done is this bit. Right, the rest of it's mostly work you've done already,
Mm.
and putting it together in such a way that it can be observed by somebody externally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. John, you were going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to clarify then the position on these 3 dates. I think I've now got it. So the first one can be just the learning outcomes section plus the introduction, and that's the draft submission.
What's the date on it?
The electronic submission is the whole thing but without the evidence.
Yeah.
And then the final presentation of the portfolio is the whole thing with the evidence.
Yes.
Printed. Leatherback.
Leather-bound, gold leaf, golden boss.
Next Friday, John, enough!
Week Friday, the 9th.
Yeah, the 9th is
Week
the
Friday.
draft.
For the draft.
The draft.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Well, you
There you
finished
are.
it. You
Yeah,
whipped
so,
it.
yeah.
What's hard copy submission date? We had it down as the 30th.
15th of October.
December.
October.
That's
We missed it.
October. Golly. But that is looking back.
Or forward.
So sorry.
I think it's the 15th of December. I'm not sure. You better check that.
And I don't know how the others feel, but you know when you said like 15 minutes per, it's not, I just know it's going to take more than 15 minutes for each section. I just know.
Jerry's got a
I
bit of free
just
time.
know.
He'll come round.
After you've done a few of them, it won't take so long.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you need to probably think about how you're going to do it as well, because all the evidence for this is in your reflective diary, so you might want to spend a bit of time reading.
What date's the final electronic?
Yeah, I mean,
7th of December.
don't be concerned about it taking time at the start, right? Because getting your head around it will take some time.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the end of it, it won't. If you write it from start to finish, it will be obvious. Okay, because what will happen is you'll get off with all gusto at the start. By the time you get to the end, and that's clear. You can always tell which part of the reflective diary somebody started on and which part they finished on.
The long bit.
Yeah, that's right. And the words start slurring. You know.
John, there's no actual marking takes place until after the 7th of December, presumably.
After whatever the final submission date is, yeah.
Yeah, fine. So nothing that comes to you in the draft gets marked.
No.
That is purely for.
That's right.
Are you there? Are you near there? Are you nowhere near there?
So if you find yourself with a bit of a problem in terms of getting the whole summary reflections piece done by that draft date, do some of them. You know, do some of them. Because if you do some of them, then and if in that lot you do at least one that says analyse and at least one that relates to course related stuff, then you know, because those are the bits where more often than not people fall down. It's very, very obvious sometimes where people in the past have been working through this and they're getting 70% for the job related stuff and 65% for the course related stuff and 50 65 for the personal stuff and 50 for the course related stuff. That's what's happened in the past. I anticipate, because you lot have come on really well, that you know the marks will be higher than that. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm not concerned about. I'm less concerned about this than you are. Genuinely. For everybody, there's nobody in here that I'm concerned about, honestly. Okay. I don't know if that helps, but hopefully it does. Okay, let's have a break. We'll be back at 1:15.